All right, game number 2, right into the action. No waiting, no hesitation. Yansu, we have a battle choice here in this best of 5 grand finals. It is $100 US up for grabs between these two players. It's the last ever ZOTAC North American Cup. And without further ado, in the lower left from the team, Love Your Girlfriend. His team is not only hosting an 8-man invitational, but he is also participating. It is Lilith, aka Ghost, and his opponent in the upper right with some bright, vibrant blood red. It is the red Zerg player, Violet. And we'll see how he does here. That first game, really, guys, it's hard to call skill versus no skill. Those situations happen, coming out a little bit too strong, a little bit too quick. Perhaps it was just that Ghost was unprepared for that amount of lings. Maybe it was the double Stargate being a little too weird. One way or another, though, we'll see what happens here. I imagine, honestly, we'll see a much more standardized game. Personally, when I'm watching games, I love seeing Protoss players come out early with that +1 weapon timing. Honestly, it's perhaps not the best attack because roaches can deal with it quite easily, but it's very fun to watch, and it's a good way to get ahead if somebody's unexpecting it. There's a Samsung Galaxy player named Trend, who unfortunately we haven't actually seen in a fair amount of time, but he's really good, he's really talented, and he often does things like 3 gateways for 7 zealots for a lot of aggression towards the 3rd base. On Yansu, this is certainly a map where Violet will want to take a 3rd base sooner than later, but right now he just wants to make sure no cannons and no cheese are coming his way here towards the natural base. And to explain game heart real quick, maybe it's the first time people are actually seeing the stronger team colors and such. Please understand for stuff that players cannot see this. And whoa! Oh, even though he scouted for it, somehow Ghost slips in there. Oh, he's gonna see that with this drone. Okay. So not really sure what he's going to be able to get done here. Some more drones should be pulled, I would imagine. No? He's going to let the cannons go down, really? Trying to block out surface area. Violet like a bouse. But 2 cannons are going to get down. I don't believe they're in range of the hatchery, though. But builds a second pylon. I know he's going to lose that probe.
First blood.
We'll see if that's going to be enough. First pylon's going to be taken down really quickly. The cannon's going to complete, but again, I don't know if this one... I think this one's in range. It's weird. Like, it's... This top one... There's no way this top one's in range of the hatchery, though. Yeah, I didn't think so. So not the biggest threat, but it will protect the other cannon, which can slowly chip away at this. This is, of course, the cost of another Nexus or something coming down, but back at home, this cannon might not be complete, but by the time he gets the wall off entirely here, this cannon should be done. He'll be able to deal with these Zerglings. He does need to recognize this is coming, and he does go indeed for that full wall off, so safe in the story. But, we might need to put another pylon down here, honestly. Oh god, Ghost, don't lose to the same thing twice, man. We'll see if the DPS of this cannon is going to be enough. There's still a lot of lings at his doorstep. Oops, sorry, I had the wrong player vision on. I was like wondering why it was giving me the attack alert warnings, but yep, gonna try and get the wall off. Oh, the cannon's depowered, boys and girls. Once again, lings slip right on by for them to get towards the main, and while he can deal with this with probes alone, it's not gonna be easy, nor will it be fun. Oh god. Even the pylon's getting chipped away at here for Ghost. This is like... Okay, so I really want to put my value chart on the line for this guy. Ghost is a player who's often in the semifinals of the Go for StarCraft Cup. He's taken on players like Tefl, Damaga, Snoot, what have you. He goes up against high quality Zerg players. I've never seen him struggle to this though, much less twice in a row, but gets caught off guard twice here and a little bit of extra damage gets done, more so than they should have. In fact, this zealot goes down. This probe trying to kill these lings. Oh my god, this is so disheartening to watch, but still in this game, and not out of it like he was last time. Cannons have finally been dealt with thanks to high ground vision here, and it actually saves the hatchery. That is actually a huge, huge deal. I mean, losing the cannons to the queens sucks. Whatever. Not a big deal. But keeping the hatchery alive, that is huge. So congratulations to Violet for holding that. Back at home, though, starting to stabilize. His worker count didn't really falter. In fact, he's still leading by probes, just barely after that very odd attack. This is a huge opening here, and this is something Ghost does on purpose a lot of the time, guys. You might think, like, oh, he had the pylon there. Of course it's open because he had to remake this and that, but it's because his late game often does involve Archons, and he gets them choked in the main. This is my assumption. I've never actually asked him about this, but he often gets his Archons out of the base, like through warping them in towards the natural, then making them inside and moving out. So a lot of the times you'll see him leave that extra space specifically for that, but this is going to be a bit rough. Violet's on 3 bases, and Ghost never got to disrupt the economy, and he still took a huge blow to his own, not just from the Lings getting through his maze or whatever, but because he spent 300 on 2 cannons and 200 on 2 pylons. Like, that's a lot of minerals to lose early on, and not get a hatchery for it. It's a bit rough, but Robotech coming down. Gateways coming out next. Zealots at the front door are ready to defend against these Lings. Yeah, Violet's not going to get too much more done with this. Metawalk Boost has actually just been started up. I guess he had so much success with the slow Lings, got too excited and forgot about it, but... Or not forgot about it, but delayed it, rather. Layers coming up behind this, too. One scary thing for Ghost to consider is by going for this Robotech, it does kind of leave you a little bit vulnerable to things like Mutalisks. Overlord's going to get popped off over here, too. That's a lot of extra gateways coming down, so forget that, guys. It's not going to be a super macro game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 gateways off of 2 bases. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? This is not going to be easy for Violet to deal with if he's got a low unit count, but he's making roaches. He's got plenty of workers, 55 between 3 bases. Obviously, he'd like to go up to like 70 or 60 if he could, but he's going to need units more than anything else. Sentries are going to be great for those force fields and warp tech. Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, why didn't you build a sentry? Alright, one thing he does have to worry about is a counterattack while this goes on. I would like to see him fully wall this off, but of course, if he forgets, this small amount of roaches and Lings over here may slip right on by. This is a lot of sentries available, 9 in total with 2 immortals. This is a lot of damage. And you know what, even a full wall might not cut it, because he could always tear through these rocks, right? No Mothership Core, no Photon Overcharge, no Recall, no ability to defend against this. Gonna wall off the natural ramp. I actually really like that move. So he's like, okay, you know what, I'm not gonna, well, never mind. Doesn't matter, roaches tear through it like it's nothing. On the retreat, completely flustered by this attack. Ghost, again, in for some trouble. Zealots warped in on top of the roaches and the Lings. Will be able to dish out a bit of damage. Force Field's gonna get wasted here in the main just to be able to hold on. To keep it. No, 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 no! You gotta finish this off! What are you doing? Ghost! Get back in there! Force Fields are no good. No es bueno. Doesn't really trap too much. A couple of roaches are gonna get stuck, but this buys Violet so much time to get ready for the next attack, and even Burrow's gonna be finishing up. And what this is gonna allow him to do is completely negate the Force Fields. There's no observers with this army, and this is a very awkward push coming out to defend. Lots of spine crawlers coming down too. This is not looking too good for Ghost, guys. This is an all-in for a good reason, and if he loses everything here before he can even fight, this could be a very quick game number 2. Okay, well, gonna lose the forward pylon, but he's got a warp prism, so not the end of the world there. Units burrowed over here. They can't go to the main or anything, but Tunneling Claws is on the way. Tunneling Claws is really fun, by the way. It's one of the best buffs, I think, that they gave the game, the recent speed increase to them. It makes roaches more fun, it makes them more cool, but it also makes them more viable without breaking the game. But even without Tunneling Claws, Violet keeps slipping through Ghost's defenses. And it's not for lack of, like, one small choke, but Ghost just doesn't seem to be reacting properly. Whether it's he doesn't know how, he's caught off guard, he's flustered, what have you, one way or another. This has not been fun for him to deal with. He's wanted to move out on 3 different occasions now and been denied every single time. A Mothership Core just now coming out, but this is a unit that should have been made forever ago. A Photon Overcharge would have saved him so much time and stress and pain and energy at this point. Observer will not quite see the army brood here. Violet, of course, is trying to keep them alive, hidden, and safe for coming in afterwards, but I don't know, guys. This sucks too, cause like I see some woes in chat, like this dust is terrible. I can guarantee you, through vouch of like games I've cast of him, Ghost is not terrible, but he is playing pretty bad right now. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not gonna try and sugarcoat that. 15 sentries and a force like this, though, could certainly move out and force a base trade scenario. But there's a lot of spine claws for defense. There's plenty of roaches. I don't know. He can't come back home to defend anymore, and I think he knows this as well. 15 sentries is a hell of a lot of sentries, though, folks. He's got some immortals with this army, too. The third base is going to be left untouched for some time, but no probes were snuck out of this by any means. He's got no other buildings externally. His base is all he has, and a Nidus Worm from Violet is coming down to evacuate towards the main of Ghost, I would imagine. I say the question mark. Ghost has the energy to recall, but will he do it? Does he have the means? Taking a pretty decent fight over here. We'll force the Spine Clawers to fight a little bit at a time. More are coming up, though, and if he recalls, he loses this game. Like, just straight up. There's just no second no second attack to this. No Guardian Shields even coming down for these sentries. It's going to cost him just about every single one, but we'll bust through the roaches for it. Oh, they actually burrow a Tunneling Claw out of there. There we go. Nicely done by Violet. 3 more Force Fields, not Force Fields, Spine Claws going to try and complete. Will not get to complete, but the base of Ghost has been decimated. There's no buildings out on the map. There's only one probe, and where is it? Mining slowly. Good game is thrown down, and game number 2 will go to Violet. It's a best of 5, though. We're not done yet. Fingers are truly crossed that Ghost can come back a little bit better than this, guys.